Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Signing a third star and having a starting five of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton, Austin Reeves, and Lauri Markkanen would be difficult for any Western rival to withstand this powerful attack. Will the Lakers be able to sign Lauri Markkanen? It will depend on whether the Utah Jazz make him available for trade. Markkanen would give the Lakers a reliable third offensive line. Markkanen and Doncic would be an ideal duo for the future. But in a post-LeBron scenario, the Luka-Markkanen duo would have the potential to sustain the team in the West's elite. If the Utah Jazz make All-Star Lauri Markkanen available, it's safe to say that many teams around the NBA would be keen on him. A few make more sense than others, and the Los Angeles Lakers would be at the top of that list. Not only could the Lakers be looking for a third star, but he'd be an excellent complementary piece to LeBron James and Luka Doncic. James and Doncic can play well off his spacing, as Markkanen would provide just that as a big man. What would the Lakers give up for Lauri Markkanen? In a recent trade idea from Ryan Shea of Sports Illustrated, he noted that it could involve a third team. He had the Los Angeles Lakers moving on from multiple players and assets for just Markkanen. While this could be a good trade for Los Angeles, it's also fair to wonder if the Utah Jazz would accept the deal. Lakers receive Lauri Markkanen. Jazz receive Rui Hachimura, Dalton Knecht, Gabe Vincent, 2 future first-round picks. The Los Angeles Lakers expect to compete for a title every season. As a franchise, they are second in total NBA championships with 17, only behind the Boston Celtics' 18. Each season, they are aggressive in their pursuit of talent in order to achieve this goal, and this trade aligns with that style of business. Acquiring Markkanen gives them a significantly better chance to compete in the 2025 to 2026 season and beyond, as Markkanen is under team control through the 2028 to 2029 season, he wrote. Could a trade between Utah and Los Angeles happen? The one reason why it's possible the Utah Jazz could accept this type of trade from the Los Angeles Lakers is that they might understand that, at some point, Markkanen could ask out or just not re-sign with them in free agency. Given the current state of free agency, with free agents often not in the best positions to secure long-term deals due to limited cap space in the market, potential issues may arise. However, Shea thinks it's possible that the Jazz could move on from him in a deal with the Lakers or another team because of the position they're currently in. ESPN insiders rank Luka Doncic second in MVP prediction for 2025-26 season. Ahead of the coming 2025-26 NBA season, a group of league reporters, editors, and analysts over at ESPN ranked their top 3 choices for every one of the league's major awards, including the coveted MVP award. None other than Los Angeles Lakers star guard Luka Doncic received plenty of recognition for the award among the panel, as he ended up with the second most points for the hardware behind only Denver Nuggets big man Nikola Jokic. Jokic became just the third player in league history to average a triple-double after he averaged 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, and 10.2 assists per game in the 2024-25 campaign. Either voter fatigue wears off quickly, or voters were very impressed by Nikola Jokic's head-to-head battle with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the second round of the 2025 playoffs, Ramona Shelburne wrote. The 3-time MVP came in as a heavy favorite to win for a 4th time in our preseason survey, almost doubling the votes for SGA to repeat. Voters also seemed to be impressed by Luka Doncic's offseason transformation as the svelte version of the Los Angeles Lakers point guard came in second in early voting. Team success always plays a factor in voting, which is probably why SGA has slipped to third here. In other words, he already elevated the Thunder to a championship level and was recognized as the MVP for doing it. But what if there's even another level for him, and the youngest championship team in decades, to reach? There should be little doubt that Doncic will be able to put up numbers that will make him worthy of being in the MVP conversation in the coming season. After all, he's been a nightly triple-double threat throughout his NBA career, and he's finished in the top 10 in MVP voting on 5 occasions already. But whether the Lakers will be able to enjoy enough collective success for the Slovenian to have a real puncher's chance to win the award is a more complicated question. The West projects to be nothing short of a bloodbath with all of the talented teams that reside in the conference, and securing a top 3 seed for the second season in a row will be anything but easy for Los Angeles. Doncic is still seeking the first MVP award of his pro career, and the closest he's ever gotten to winning the award came in his final full season playing for the Dallas Mavericks, the 2023-24 campaign. He led the league in scoring that season and finished with the third most votes for the hardware behind only Gilgeous-Alexander and Jokic. Austin Reaves expected to decline $14.9 million option, seeking $30 million per year. The Lakers may have to choose between paying Reaves big money or exploring other options next summer. Austin Reaves is setting his sights on a major payday, and it could make for one of the Lakers' biggest storylines next summer. According to NBC Sports' Kurt Helin, the 27-year-old guard is expected to decline his $14.9 million player option for 2026, even if his preference is to remain in Los Angeles. Reaves is reportedly aiming for a deal in the Tyler Herro range, roughly $30 million per year, and Helin notes that Herro is a fitting comparison in both role and production. There is zero chance he is picking up his $14.9 million player option, even if he plans to stay with the Lakers, wrote Helin. Reaves reportedly wants to be paid in the Tyler Herro range of $30 million a year, and Herro is a good comp in a lot of ways. Reaves went undrafted in 2021, but he's landed a big role on the Lakers. As he has raised his value over the past 4 seasons, the Lakers have become more dependent on his game than ever before. Soon, however, the franchise will have to decide his worth when he's set to decline his $14.9 million player option in 2026. If Reaves shows this season that he can be a high-level scorer next to Luka Doncic and can step up his game in the playoffs, the Lakers gladly will pay that much to keep him, and Reaves will want to stay, continued Helin. However, if he struggles again in the playoffs, the Lakers may question whether that is the best way to spend their money. With averages of 20.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists per game on 46% shooting in 2024-25, it was a career year for Reaves, and he's expecting to be rewarded with a lucrative, $30+ million salary. As the third option behind Luka Doncic and LeBron James, the Lakers need Reaves at his best if they want any hope of meeting their title ambitions. While his services will cost a hefty sum, it's on par with other players at his level, like Tyler Herro, who signed a 4-year, $130 million extension in 2022. Lakers Insider gives update on Rui Hachimura's future. An extension doesn't seem to be on the cards for Rui Hachimura this offseason. The futures of LeBron James and Austin Reaves are big talking points when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, but as things stand, another key member of the team is hitting the market in 2026. Rui Hachimura is entering the final year of his contract in 2025-26, and Lakers insider Jovan Buha spoke about his future during a recent Q&A. They can't extend him at the end of the season, Buha said. With the current intel I have, I do not expect Rui to be extended by the Lakers in the next 6 weeks. It's certainly possible that something happens, but I would say most of what's been out there is them wanting to keep the books clean. I think wanting to see whether he starts or whether he's their 6th man, Buha continued. Just kind of how the pieces fit this year. I think for the Lakers overall, there's a lot of evaluation with so many guys being in contract years that this is a big year for deciding who are we going to keep, who are we going to trade, who are we going to let walk next summer. The Lakers handed out 2-year deals to DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia in free agency as they look to keep their books clean. The only player who is a lock to stay with the team long-term is Luka Doncic, who was signed to a 3-year, $165 million extension earlier this month. It appears Hachimura will need to have quite an impressive 2025-26 campaign if he is to get another contract from the Lakers. Buha states that the team is high on the forward, but they want to see how he fits in following the addition of Ayton and Smart. The Lakers had acquired Hachimura from the Washington Wizards for Kendrick Nunn and 3 second-round picks in January 2023. He helped the team get to the Western Conference Finals that year in a reserve role and was rewarded with a 3-year, $51 million deal in the offseason. Hachimura was then made a starter midway through the 2023-24 season by then-head coach Darvin Ham. Ham's firing after the campaign didn't change the forward's role as new head coach J.J. Redick kept him in the starting lineup. Hachimura averaged 13.1 points, 5.0 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.4 blocks per game for the Lakers in 2024-25. The 27-year-old played his part in the team getting the third seed in the West with a 50-32 record. The Lakers would lose in 5 games in the first round of the playoffs to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but Hachimura still had a productive series. He averaged 14.8 points while shooting 49.1% from the field and 48.4% from three. While Hachimura isn't likely to be rewarded with an extension this summer, his play might have ensured he keeps his spot in the lineup. He featured in the Lakers' expected starting 5 for 2025-26 along with Doncic, Reeves, James, and Ayton. Of that group of 5, though, Hachimura seems the likeliest to lose his spot. He would hope that doesn't happen, as that would hurt his chances of getting another big contract in 2026, whether it's with the Lakers or someone else. What's the best, worst, and most likely cases for Bronny's second NBA season? Los Angeles Lakers guard Bronny James heads into the coming 2025-26 campaign with 1 season's worth of NBA experience under his belt. Though the number 55 overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft wasn't a mainstay in head coach J.J. Redick's rotation by any means, he still suited up in 27 of Los Angeles's 82 games in the 2024-25 regular season and even logged 1 start. James is also not far removed from a solid summer league stint with the storied franchise. Across 6 games played this summer, he averaged 11.5 points per game on 44.4% shooting from the field. His top scoring performance came when he dropped 18 points against the Boston Celtics on July 17. Additionally, James contributed 2.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists and 1.0 steal per contest in Summer League. Let's go over the best, worst, and most likely scenarios regarding how James' sophomore season in the NBA will play out. If all the stars align for James in his second season in the NBA, he will be a vitally important piece and rotational fixture for the Lakers from start to finish. In this scenario, James kicks off the campaign in a limited, albeit defined, role. He gets anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes of playing time off the pine and finds his footing at the highest level. The youngster plays well enough to move his way up the pecking order in Redick's rotation. James proves that the three-point shooting chops he showed while playing for the South Bay Lakers weren't a fluke and becomes a valuable floor spacer for Los Angeles. He shoots 36+% from deep on more than 3 attempts per game on the season. Not only that, but he stakes his claim as one of the Lakers' top defensive players along with guard Marcus Smart and regularly makes an impact on that side of the ball. James spends plenty of his time on the court playing alongside guards Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves and helps cover for their defensive lapses. By the end of the season, James is playing anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes on a game-to-game basis, and the Lakers front office sees him as crucially important to the team's current and future success. There's also a possibility that James does not show any growth at all in his second season in the best basketball league in the world. In the worst-case scenario, James' sophomore season is largely a repeat of his rookie campaign. He gets sporadic opportunities to see the floor but ultimately never cracks the rotation. James struggles shooting the three-point shot as a rookie with the Lakers carry over into the coming season, and he makes minimal impact defensively. The 20-year-old shot just 28.1% from deep with Los Angeles in his maiden season. He doesn't do enough in other areas of the game to make up for his lackluster three-point shooting, either. James isn't the disruptive defender that some folks hoped he would be, and he often looks outmatched when guarding talented offensive players. His sophomore season is rife with defensive lowlights, and people begin to question whether he has what it takes to be effective on that end at the highest level. After his second NBA campaign, the Lakers are unsure if James is an NBA-caliber player and seriously consider parting ways with him. It's not easy to determine what exactly the most likely scenario for James' sophomore season is, but there seems to be a distinct possibility that he shows only marginal growth compared to his rookie campaign. James sprinkles in more standout two-way performances with the Lakers than he did as a rookie, and he even scores 20-plus points in a game for the first time as a pro. But ultimately, the Lakers' desire to win now along with all of the guard depth the team has keeps James' role with the storied franchise relatively small, even if it's slightly bigger compared to last season.